It's like, way to go.
Microphone problems, folks.
Hello, this is Notaspringchick, and we are continuing the series on stretching your dollar for the supermarket. Now, remember that there's not just your typical supermarket. We broke them kind of into categories. One is your big box stores, which is like your, well, Super Walmart and Costco, right? Oh, and also don't forget Smart & Final, which is considered a restaurant supply store. Your regular supermarkets, Vaughn's, Pavilion, Safeway, and let's see, Vaughn's, Pavilions, Ralph's, the Ralph's, is it Fresh Fare, Albertsons,
Food for Less,
places like that.
And then your style of grocery store, mom and pops.
Oh, there's mom and pop stores, the independent stores.
Yeah.
Don't forget about those.
You know.
And oh yeah, should we remember that even places like Walmart, Kmart, Target have superstores in them. You know, like the Target, Greatlands, the Super Walmarts, and some of the Kmarts do.
Yep.
And then also you have convenience stores. Remember those?
But some convenience stores are more grocery store than they are gas stations anymore.
Ah, so those are, if you want to call it, your spectrum on where to buy your groceries. Now there's a couple different things. One is to remember perishables and non-perishables, and to get an idea of who's close to you, because it doesn't make sense to go across town for just one item or two items unless they're really expensive, because you spend all the money in gas. But have an idea of what place is the best place for you to go to buy certain things. Because, for example, the convenience store, which you usually think of being the most expensive, may actually be, if you're just getting 1 gallon of milk, pretty reasonable. $3.99, because the only place you typically be that is, well, if you go to the supermarket and you buy two at the same time. Other things, let's see, specialty stores, which was like Whole Foods, Bristol Farms, and even Trader Joe's. And the idea is to know which places are best to go for what you want, because depending on what you want, it can make a big difference. Because here's some rule of thumbs, because they're not always what you think. For example, if you go to your independent store or your regular supermarket, if it's on sale, typically, if it's on sale, you can get it at a better price typically than any day you can get it at Costco. Does that surprise you? You know, take meat, for example. Although, for example, like if you like spinach, I know, Costco has those huge bags. Yeah, like 3-pound bags of spinach for $3.50, which at the supermarket, you never come close to that. Of course, it is an awful lot of spinach.
Didn't we find a container, a 5-pound container over at a 99-cent store?
Oh yes, don't forget that. Big Lots and 99-cent stores and your dollar stores. Because the 99-cent store is actually expanding their food section. You can actually find lots of good vegetables there. We found organic spinach. Yes, for 99 cents for a huge, what was it, like a 5-pound bag?
5-pound container.
I know, amazing. You can get potatoes there every day, 5-pound bags for 99 cents. They don't always have the same stuff, but you know what? You can get to learn if you go during the week. Not on the weekends, you have a better chance of getting some things, because you can also get loaves of bread that you would typically pay in the store $3.50 for, that you can find there for 99 cents. I know, you would never think about that. Also, non-perishables are great to find at places at the 99-cent store. Let's see.
And Walmart.
Big Lots, Walmart, right? Because any day you find something at Walmart is typically anything, you know, like macaroni and cheese, some of the non-perishables.
Okay, I mean the tuna fish.
Tuna fish. Every day you get it there is actually usually cheaper than the supermarket.
And a guilty pleasure, potato chips.
Is cheaper than typically even the sale price at a supermarket, and usually less expensive than you can find it at Costco. Part of it is knowing what you typically eat. For example, I love Ovaltine. Ovaltine is, well, if I buy it at Target, you save about $2 per container. But I don't go there all the time, but you know, you go there once in a while just to refill your Ovaltine. Plus your Tazo tea. Remember the one that they use at Starbucks that everybody loves? If you buy it on sale at the supermarket, you know, you can get it, but every day I can get it at Target for about $2 less. Trader Joe's is great if you like beer, especially imported beer, because about every day of the week you can get a 6-pack of imported beer for $6, which normally is in a regular retail store about $7, $8, $9, you know, something like that. But the trick is knowing.
Oh, and beer has just went up $1 a 6-pack as of this morning.
Oh yes, remember those grains and ethanol? It's not just gas that's going up, and it's not just rice. Remember, we said your grains would be going up. Yes, that affects beer. Let's see, what else? Oh, you know what else? Oh, you know what? We forgot Cost Plus. I know, because they have some non-perishable items too. They're great for tea. And the oatmeal I love. What is it? That steel grinded oatmeal that I can get at the supermarket.
The Irish oatmeal.
Yes, the Irish oatmeal. I can get it at Cost Plus or at Trader Joe's for several dollars less every day of the week.
Then they sell it at Ralph's.
Supermarket. Yep, at Ralph's. And it's kind of one of those specialty items. And then here's the other part: Bristol Farms, Whole Foods, things like that. You would think that they're more expensive every day.
They're also divisions of large grocery stores, so they might have things that the grocery store is sort of removing from their shelves.
That's right, and they don't always have it. But you know what's great about that? Sometimes they have those huge artichokes that you will never find at the supermarket. And sometimes when they have some really good values, you can find it actually less there than at the regular supermarket. For every day, let's see, Smart and Final is great. You don't have to get, okay, maybe they're almost as big as Costco and Super Walmart, but the containers are a little bit smaller. But you know, if you use those syrups, oh, am I telling you all my secrets now? These are some of my favorites. Those syrups, you know, you get them like for about $5 in the supermarket like this. You get them at Smart and Final. What is this, a 16 or was it a 32 ounce? I mean, it's a huge one. You know, like you see in the coffee stores for about $4.
Yeah. Oh, and then watch their sales. Mother's Day is coming up and they're having sales.
Ah, yes. So they will have on sale things that you would have for Mother's Day. So especially around holidays when they think everybody wants beer or they want corned beef hash or
ribs.
Or ribs or hams or something like that, the supermarkets are usually the best place to find those because Costco's prices is pretty much the same every day, which is a good price, right? And Smart and Final's pretty much the same every day, but your supermarket will do promos. And that's that part where you wish you had a freezer because you could get that extra turkey. Because that's how you can save. Because here's the tricky part about the food budget, is if everything is so tied only to the list and only to the budget, right? You may not be able to take advantage of things that you find. I know you're trying to forget that impulse items, but you also want to have some space in there because if you're able to buy at certain times, you can make that food dollar go a lot further.